What's up, everybody? The New York City Nobodies are back, baby. After I checked today, a 13-day hiatus. The
Guys,
boys
we
and
gotta
blue
get
have been
better.
very busy as the roller coaster of a season that is New York City Football Club continues. How's everybody doing? How you doing, kid?
Everything is good. It's been a crazy summer. It's been weather's been kind of, awful. Caesar and I went to go see the Roots last night. It was an awesome show, awesome experience. And that was just, all the circumstances were perfect for that concert. Great music, the weather was amazing with great people. Clouds and clouds of smoke all over the place. And we got it, did it in the most diverse place in the world, Queens, man. So, it definitely highlighted the summer so far. And I believe, like, for me, that to me is like one of the top 10 shows that I've seen in a very long time. So definitely. Other than that, everything's been good. You know what I mean? Was good with you, Caesar.
I mean, again, like you said, after the crazy June that we had, soccer everywhere. Now we're on the road. We finally have some kind of downtime to not go to games. Club World Cup is over, Gold Cup is over, and yeah, I mean that concert yesterday was pretty good. We had it right next to that little mini pitch that NYCFC built, in Flushing Meadows. And we also had the chance to see and talk to Donovan Ricketts, the
Donovan
Queensboro
Richards.
Richard, sorry, the Queensboro president, and we let him know that we're very happy with what he's doing. Etihad Park is coming along well, and he was enjoying himself pretty well. So
Very
had a
much
good time. It was
so.
a good night last night.
So
Rumor
yeah, no,
has
the
it.
thing was is that we had like one of my guys from the cannabis retail management class I was taking. He was working security for Summer Stage and hooked, he saw me, my wife, and Caesar. He hooked us up with bracelets. We went over there towards the end of the concert. Like we went over there, I met a couple of the members from the band. We saw Donovan,
So
Donovan Richards. And I was like, yo, C's, yo, what's good? Let's go say what's up to the bro. And then I said, I had my NYCFC kit, I had my 24/7 kit on. I pointed to the badge. I was like, yo, thank you for, getting us the stadium. And I'm like, yo, even though I'm from the Bronx, he go, yo, what's up? My peoples are from the Bronx. And I was like, yeah, yeah, you know what it is.
he was very lively.
My man was litty to
He
titty,
would
my
have
guy.
thought.
He knew pun. I'm guaranteeing that. He knew pun. He was on prospect. So gentlemen, we got this club, we got a couple games to cover here, man. I mean, we
Shit.
it's
Three in a row.
three in a
Did
row, man. You know something?
I
I don't remember, for a while now, we've been having like these 3 game weeks, man. I mean, this is what our third one now, like this season so far, like this is getting
We
crazy, man.
usually have them in August, like every other season. But now, because you shortened League's Cup, we have home games in August, but we have no games in July
Yeah.
at home. So,
Yeah, except the July 3rd match, which was
oh
awesome.
well, that one, yeah. Very beginning of but it feels like an eternity. We can't wait to go back into Yankee Stadium, City Field, and live it up with you guys. So yeah, right now we just got to resort to watching them
This is
away, and
always the
oh, good.
downside of not having your own stadium, especially these long stretches in summer. I mean, I love baseball, but I don't know how much I could watch the Mets. It doesn't hit the same. It doesn't hit the same whatsoever.
Yeah.
Nobody gets to say.
Yankee Stadium,
That's
I
why it's
mean,
like
like I said,
NYCFC.
the Yankees are doing, we're doing all not well right now. So I mean,
It's kind of like NYCFC. It's a roller coaster.
yeah, it's a roller coaster with the Yankees. So I mean, listen, it's something where if I go to Yankee Stadium, I go there for a soccer game. It's not the same watching a baseball game there anymore, but now, we won't have to worry about this in the next couple of years, and I'm looking forward to those days. So
Speaking
yeah,
of that,
gentlemen, it's this front end loaded schedule is
before
crazy when the
we get
showtime comes.
into this crazy run that NYCFC has been on, why do I hear bachata? What the fuck? Yo, that just
Bro,
threw me
yo,
off.
who's playing Romeo in the background, bro?
Yo, I'm so dead. That was definitely Jen.
Oh man, Jenna's.
Babe.
I didn't have to get that. Oh my god. All right.
Special
No,
appearance by
Back
Jen,
to
bro.
the regular schedule
man,
program.
thank you. Because we're recording. That's true.
You
Go
know,
ahead, Nico.
she
Go
made her
ahead,
appearance.
Nico.
We got to shout out Evie at the same time. Shouts to Evie. She's outside, but definitely. But yeah,
Let's
no,
not be ADHD FC. Come on.
No,
exactly.
literally.
Let's focus, gentlemen. Let's focus.
I'm trying. I'm trying over here. So before we get to this crazy hectic week we had, the stadium, I went by, I drive past it every day at work. It is going up, it's being
Yeah,
built fast. Bro, I'm so hyped.
yeah, no.
So hyped for this.
For those who
Um,
don't know, the front of the stadium is now being built, not just the supporter side or the supporters entrance. So you can start seeing basically what's divided between the street level, and it's getting built much quicker than I think any of us would have
yeah,
thought. So there's a good chance this is definitely going to be ready for 2027,
no.
when the season starts.
Yesterday when I was making my way towards City Field to head over to Flushing Meadows Park, obviously I got a glimpse of it, and you already start seeing the build, the housing, one of the few couple of housing buildings already are almost completed on the exterior, but just looking over to the supporters entrance and just picturing yourself going up the stairs and getting into the supporter section. I mean,
Falling
that's something
down
that
those
I was just
stairs.
like, wow, man. I mean, I was, obviously I was riding the train with Evie, and I just looked back at her, and I'm just like, wow, man, this is going to be our entrance, and then you have the main entrance that's being built right now, and it's just it's materializing. Like all these things that it's not just a dream. These last few years have not been a dream where we went to a groundbreaking last December, and it's actually materializing, and it's such a beautiful thing to watch.
No, it's a fact. It's crazy because it took so long for them to clean the ground because obviously it was so polluted. I mean, the place it was a dump. Honestly, until they tear it down, it's still like next to the stadium. Looks like shit. So it's just so cool to see it finally go up. It's like, wow, it's a real thing. And I even went to a Mets game a couple of weeks ago, and all the people that like sit in right field, they were all like, oh, like look at what they're building. They're building. Some people thought they was the casino. It's like, no, it's not the
Right.
casino. It's the stadium. But
Mm.
it's sick, man. It's gonna be there soon before you know it. GTA 6, the World Cup, NYCFC Stadium. Don't die, people. Don't get arrested. Stay alive. We got
That's the one thing I always go in my head. I'm like, yo, I got to take care of my. I mean, God willing, we're alive, but I got to take care of my health. I got to be there for the first day because I can't be edged on like that. Just see it being built, and it can't be like.
I'm already taking all my
fumble.
medication. Don't even worry about it.
I'm gonna fumble down the stairs. Knowing 1,000% I'm falling down the steps.
But before that, don't fumble down and die.
I'm gonna fumble up and then I'm gonna fumble down. Oh man, that'll be a glorious day. Speaking of a glorious day, how about that NYCFC versus Charlotte, fellas?
Oh man.
That was not a glorious day at all. I mean, that was the beginning of the away stretch we had. 4 games in a row away. And we had a 9-game break after that home game, July 3rd.
Man,
And that was not a good showing. And of course, no really gonna say much about that game. We didn't take our chances.
no lineup, no nothing, guys. Just know we got cooked.
So yeah,
it was not
we
a good
again.
look. The way
There
it
was a
happened, either
weather
guys.
delay. We got cooked. Cesar
But-
won a beach chair at the NYCFC watch party.
Something
And
good
it's
came out of
becoming
it.
to it's becoming to good use. I've been
NYC.
going to the beach twice this week, and I've been using it, so it was good. But like I was saying, of course, it was a typical away game where we make chances, we don't put them away. Their first goal, I think, should have been disallowed, and their second goal, of course, we are so not willing to make the opportunities and take them, and they scored in the 80 something minute, and that basically was it. And at least that kind of woke up and was a good showing for what came after, which was Orlando right after that. So you can go ahead with that, Felix.
Yeah, Orlando was just I think that we looked a lot better going forward in that game. I can go ahead and run through the lineup real quick. In goal we had our man Matt Freeze. Definitely our back line was lined up from left to right, going Kevin O'Toole, Justin Hack, Thiago Martins, our all-star, and then Strahinja Tanja. Our midfield was Andres Perea, Aiden O'Neill, then we had Maxi Morales. And then we had lining up offensively, we had Hannes Wolf, Alonso Martinez, and Trapito Ojeda, going up as our front three. So definitely, guys, it was something where we showed a lot of punch. So it was something where we played a lot better, and it looked like something where we were going ahead better. We were just, we just first half was the same story. First half was we get
Always.
punched first on the one zip, and then after that it's like, well, what are we gonna do now? And from there you start saying to yourself, same story all over again. One zip, go back. Second half, I have to say we looked a lot better, C's, definitely.
I mean, and like you said, it's that's definitely not the mojo we needed, but those final 10 minutes of the game really sparked
I
us.
actually have the Orlando score in the 36th minute. So
Mhm.
Yeah, it was right
they
before the half.
also had 25 shots in general.
Yeah.
So I mean,
One thing I would say about that game is we cannot have Tanis Leverage at right back. I know Mitya wasn't with the team at that point. Gray came off the bench with that helped the second half, but I don't think Tanis Leverage should be playing right back unless he's going to be a part of a three in the back. But that's about it.
You kind of see where his advantages do lie. And for whatever reason, to me, it's just like you kind of see where the personnel goes at that point. Why are we having these problems? But well, this is the reason why. Just personnel injuries, so you have to have Strahinja playing back and then letting Kevin O2 run on the other side of the park.
he had a shit game. I mean, there's really no way else to put it. So
But tell us about those last 10 minutes, Felix.
oh,
Oh
Because
my
that's the one
God,
that kind of
bro.
gave hope for everything.
It was amazing, man. I mean, you know something? Listen, I feel like we have shown time and time again that we're capable of doing so much more. You understand what I mean? We have this capability of playing up to a competition. We show sometimes that we play down to our competition. But gentlemen, the last 10 minutes of that match were, I mean, this term gets thrown around so much. I think it's the best 10 minutes of football that we have played this season. Has to be.
no, not
You don't
No,
think
not
I
even.
so?
would say no. What I would say it's not the best we've played, but it's maybe the most heart we've shown
Yeah,
It's the most.
to a
and
certain.
I'll break it down like this, right? So okay, fine. 87th minute, we get an own goal from Orlando, right? Smith, own goal. But just the fact that the celebration by Justin Hack, I mean, just celebrating
I'm
right in front of
laughing
this
at
dude's
you.
face with that typical New York attitude, like to me, that's been amazing. That to me was like typical New York behavior.
Just a quick side note:
Yeah.
Schlegel, who's the center back for Orlando, he hit it off Smith that went
hmm
in. He's the
hmm
same guy that saved our penalty in 2020 in that same goal. So
hmm
it was very rewarding to see him kick it to his teammate for that own goal. That was very rewarding.
Yeah, no,
And
so it always comes back to bite you in the rear. So, and not only that, it was just another example of how we have to play, we have to have that 90-minute mentality, because guess what happens? 4 minutes later, the homie, the Costa Rican, bro, pura vida. Alonso Martinez just that's the winner, guys. I mean, to me, I mean, we have played so many games on the road in which we have not shown any signs of life. I mean, other than this win on, this past Wednesday, Toronto was our only away win.
yep,
And we have looked like garbage. I mean, we've gotten a couple, ties on the road, but up until that point, I really feel like now we have a couple games of which we have made statements on the road and saying we're capable of winning these games. And, we have to have that mentality that we're never out of it. And I think that sometimes you do see the team giving up. Like there's been a couple times, I think it happened against, that was a comment that I made to Evie, like, during the Montreal game. It had just looked like they had given up.
yep.
It's usually, yeah, it's it's what is it, uncreativity, and then they run out of ideas, and
Yeah.
nobody can really bail them out. We depend on Martinez way too much, and as you can see, until like the most current game, he's still trying to get fit from like
Yeah.
playing a whole month, with Costa Rica. So we can't just depend him on with goals, and that's when we need others to step up. And I
Hmm.
mean, he stepped up,
Yeah, and
and
listen,
yeah,
and something that I'm loving to see because, gentlemen, something we're not talking about either. Look who bagged the assist on that break, Julian
Hernandez.
Fernandez. Okay, it kind of makes me feel like Julian Fernandez, when he has a good game, is when he is being a more of a creative player instead of a goal scoring threat. I mean, this kid has shown that he can pick a good pass. I mean, he can shoot it from outside the box, but he's better at playmaking chances and just being the key pass to get the goal. You've seen it a couple times already. It was very prevalent, against Orlando, that it was just a beautiful pass that he gave to Alonso Martinez. I mean, I think that's where a lot of his strengths do lie.
One thing I'll tell you is, yeah, that's true. However, I don't, because usually in the way we play, to have a creative player, you have to play him behind the striker.
Mm,
They've experimented with that like multiple games, and that really has not suited him, especially
mm.
when Maxi can't play. I don't think you'll have that issue because now we have, Nico Fernandez who's going to be there. But no, you're right. You're completely right with the creative. But I don't know if we should play him like we have as a number 10. I don't know how they want to tuck him in a bit more, not as wide, but that's up to Janssen.
And not only that, for Alonso Martinez to redeem himself after missing that
Yeah.
absolute sitter
Hmm.
that vive in un country that he fucking missed, to come back, and he could have passed it to Seymour Reed, who would have been offsides.
Hmm.
He got
Yeah, I know. I don't
fired.
know why he didn't stay on side. That bugged me. I thank you for mentioning that because that bugged me a lot.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
like me and Alonso Martinez looked, and he said, "No, it's not your time, kid. It's my time." Calmly put it
Pura vida time.
behind Pedro Gallese, who's been a thorn in the side of our ass
Oh
at
man.
times. So that was just so, oh man, like I was flipping out.
Mm.
I did win a bet, so that probably had something to do with me losing my mind, because it was just so. I don't think it's the best 10 minutes we played, but that might have been the most exciting 10 minutes
Mhm.
of NYCFC soccer I've watched in a really long time. Like,
It's just that we needed it. We
that
needed
was
it so
awesome.
badly.
Just straight up euphoria. Like, for a Wednesday match, to have me fucking on my feet, be pissing off my neighbors, chugging beer.
Yeah.
Like, I was really excited. Like, that was a big, big, big W, and the boys needed that shit for sure.
No, definitely. I definitely agree with that because now we can say we can play on the road, and we're gonna go ahead and try to win as many more games as we can on the road. There's a few away games left. So, I think it's time for the boys to start saying, let's take care of our business when we're not in the boroughs. So, we also had a great, aside from that great win last Wednesday, also had a game against Sporting Kansas City that did result in another tie. So another, to me,
This game pissed me off.
it kind of,
This game pissed me the fuck
it
off.
kind of pissed me off because of the fact
Because
that
you
it's a
lost
game
the
we could
bet.
have won.
No, and more than the fact that we lost the bet. One, because we got robbed. Well, yeah. Let
We
me
got robbed. Yeah,
let
you
me
talking about
pull.
Yeah,
Let
I
me
think we
pull
did.
the line. Listen, the bet was
that
annoying,
was
but
great.
the bet was definitely annoying, and I'm not gonna say that it didn't annoy me, because I mean, bro, it was a slam dunk at that point. Like, I was
Mm.
like, fuck. All right, so our starting lineup was Tavon on the right, Thiago Martins, Matt Freeze in the sticks, Justin Hack, Kevin O'Toole on the left, and then we had Johnny Shore, Aiden O'Neill, Maxi Morales, man in the middle, and we had Perea playing left wing. Yeah, Alonso Martinez up top, and then we had Julian Fernandez on the right wing
It's
against
a very
Sporting.
interesting lineup to be certain, man. I think that our defensive line rather is looking the way we optimally want it, with O'Toole and Gray on the wings, and then we have Justin Hack and Thiago Martinez, which just turned into like a great partnership.
That's definitely the back two.
Middle,
Yeah.
I
like that.
mean,
That's turned into our strongest partnership there in the up the middle of the park.
listen, I love it. I love it. I love all those guys, but NYCFC is not winning MLS Cup with that back line. I'm sorry. They're
Right.
What
not.
I would say is, well, no, you're right. I think, well, we'll get to that, but Luis Raul Gustavo, who's rumored to come in already, he's definitely going to help that. And I think he'll maybe be better than Risa. We'll get into that.
He's a center back,
Left.
right?
Yes, center back. I was looking into the stats, into how he played with Janssen. Janssen played him as a center back, like in Europa League. When Janssen left, he was played as a left back under Robbie Keane. I don't even know if you guys knew that. Robbie Keane
What?
took over Janssen in
That
Yeah.
is hilarious. That is so
I don't
random.
even know how to pronounce it in Hungary. But yeah, he can play center back and left back, basically like Risa, but he looks more athletic. So I think that should help.
I mean, we definitely need that depth because, like, especially with all these rumors that Micha might be coming and going. Listen, like, we all love Tavon. He's definitely been a little injury prone. So, like, if he goes down, like, who's gonna take that spot?
But yeah,
I love
continuing
Nico
the match.
Cavallo. I love all these guys, but just that worries me a little bit. But the game was lit. I mean, we started off, we played aggressive. Matt Freese had some fucking unbelievable saves in this match.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
really did, man.
I was in a
Bro,
bar.
wow.
I was literally in a bar in Baltimore, Maryland, watching the game
Mhm.
on my phone. I was the only person in there who could care about this game, and it was very exciting. And then skip to the 22nd minute, we have a breakaway. Maxi Morales with I mean, it's just timeless, bro. Like the guy's just nasty. The Andres Perea of all people on the breakaway outside the box, 1-on-1, ripped it, far post, goal, 1-0 NYCFC, and I'm thinking I'm about to be $150 richer.
You got to listen. I think the best to
Stop
me,
betting on YCFC, kid.
the best part about that
It
goal
was with the
was just
money I
the way
won
Andres
before,
Perea
so
just his run was amazing. He just wraps around the defender, gets in front, gets the
Yes.
ball in front, took his time, and just you couldn't have placed
it
that
was
shot any
beautiful.
better.
It was. That's what we expect from him. I feel like he's been struggling this season to get back in form.
I don't think he's struggling, actually. I think he's doing well.
For his
Especially after all
standards,
this has been done to do.
for
The
his
thing is,
standards,
go ahead.
I think he thinks he should play better, but
No,
I
he definitely
feel
can
good
do better.
that he got the cat off his back. So now he's on the score sheet, put it in the books. He's scored. So, and then unfortunately, towards later in the game, we had a rebound. Kansas City scored the most garbage goal. Like literally, it was so.
Yep.
Kevin O'Toole, like if he would have just stood up, I know you can't predict where the ball's gonna go, but he slid like the ball was gonna fly, like or go on the ground, and if he just stood up, well, after the ball bounced, it would have just hit him in the chest. But
Yeah.
it is what it is, bro.
The issue was them trying to clear that ball. I saw the highlights yesterday, and it was just a mess in the box. So
Yeah, it really was.
Thiago Martins kicked it. Hack was like trying to get the other guy. It was a mess.
Yeah, and that's been an unfortunate theme this season that needs
And
to get.
I can kind of see why you say, this is not a defensive lineup that's a defensive line is going to win the MLS Cup.
Yeah,
I mean,
because that Kansas City team had no business scoring on us.
Yeah.
Bro, Matt Freese, bro. What does the guy have to do, like, to get a clean sheet? What does he have to do, like, genuinely?
it gets a
Why
bit
do they
frustrating to
love to
watch.
make his life hard? Like the poor guy who does everything he can, and it's like, obviously, I know it's not in their intent, but it's almost like they're trying to make his life as difficult as possible.
So I would say the issue, even though that goal should have been cleared better, defensively is really now we don't really concede more than one or two goals. The issue is, again, I keep saying it. I said it with the team last season at some points. Creativity, scoring. Perea, beautiful finish. But again, if it's not Martinez scoring and Wolf at home who turns up,
Yeah.
who's scoring goals? And that's the issue. We can't be trying to win 1-0 games. That KC game, that was the issue.
Yeah, we should have scored more than one goal.
Even if we conceded,
Martinez missed a little sitter again.
Score more than one goal, and that's the thing. Now that Bakrar might probably is leaving,
Yeah,
who
no, for
because
sure.
we
With
need a
him
better
sitting on the
replacement.
bench, him sitting on
Definitely.
the bench last match, he's gone 1,000%.
And
It's
no, we need even like whoever's going to replace him, we need better, and we can't just depend on Martinez. If we want to make any run, we need people
yeah.
scoring goals away,
Listen,
not just at home,
But
away.
yeah,
that's
no,
what Pascal Janssen, he made such a point of mentioning that, a couple months ago, we just can't rely on Alonso Martinez. I mean, I get it. He's our most dynamic striker. He is, he's the starting striker for Costa Rica, so I really feel that the style that Pascal Janssen has been wanting to play this season is a style that is conducive for other players other than your strikers to score. It creates opportunities for midfielders to score as well. But it's just the fact that we cannot rely on this one player. This game is not reliant on one player to change our
no.
game.
And
This is an effort of 11
Sporting
men. I mean,
KC hang around, and they got us. And
I knew that was going to happen too.
he subbed in Nico Cavallo for Kevin O'Toole, Sebastian Musu for Julian
let's
Fernandez,
get Sebastiano Musu. Let's give him a round
and
of applause, man.
Seymour Reed for Alonso Martinez. Um, yeah, I mean, the only one who really impressed me was Musu.
Yeah.
Cavallo, he's been solid all year, but Seymour Reed, I don't know. I'm not sold.
So Seymour Reed, I think this is probably the
He's
best I've seen him
so
play. But
raw.
yeah, he is very raw. He is. I would say Musu looked much better on the ball than he did.
Yeah.
And I feel like if Reed just got that together, pick your head up, play with the ball a bit more. I think this is the smartest I've ever seen him play with the ball, though, Reed.
Yeah.
But again, like we said, if we want to make any kind of run, we can't just be depending. These two guys are still
And
growing.
he's had the opportunities to score, and he didn't put them away.
Yeah, yeah. This game, yeah, he should have definitely.
He's had opportunities in front of net, even against Orlando, 1-on-1 with the keeper. What'd he do? And obviously, no one's saying it's easy, but those are the opportunities that don't come often. And sports is a make it or break it business. You either do or you don't. So I hope for his sake and for our sake, because I'm a fan of his, that he picks it up. But I'm not sold. Everyone's like, "Oh, he's it." I don't know. Not
No, I
yet.
don't know. I don't. Whoever said he's it, you got to reevaluate that. But he might be it for the twos for NYC2, yeah.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
no,
it's
for
no,
a
sure.
and that's
different
where,
ball game for
And he's
NMLS.
but
balling. He's balling
but the
out for
thing,
them.
in my opinion, I think it's more the fact that you got to let these kids cook. I mean, let them cook on the twos and let them
Let
continue their
him
development.
cook.
You're gonna need them. Eventually, they're gonna have to come up to the first team and prove their worth there. But and right now, hey, let them cook on the second team. I know that the way these roster rules are set up, that you really can't use them extensively throughout the season. I think what they have a total of 4 appearances that they can make with the first team. So if we have that much flexibility on the roster, where we can continue to have players like Seymour Reed and Musu develop, I mean, why not let them cook in the twos and see how they can help us out later in the season.
But for now, we need someone solid who can help out Alonso Martinez.
Yes.
And we are not going to be a top team in MLS without someone else, another striker that's going to step up. Because, again, listen, Martinez, we don't going to see much about him. We know who he is. However, you kind of see that there is a little bit of wear and tear, and that is expected. When you played a whole tournament, you stayed, did really well. You come back, even got a goal. But again, like he can't be doing everything. And the one shot I wanted to make is Perea, who was he even we've seen this before. I think again, especially the game against Cincinnati at home, he was asked to play that left wing role. I think that's the last time he played like a left forward, left wing. And what I like about him, biased because I'm also a number 8 box to box midfielder. He's good on both ends. If he's fit and he's on point, he can do it. He can defend and he can attack, and we saw that in this game. I think collectively, he's probably the best game we've out of the 3 we played, which is expected because Kansas City is, you know, without disrespect, the worst opponent out of the 3. But again, we Pascal Janssen said it, and I felt it. Even if the commentator said, "Oh, the away team should be happy about this," no, the away team should be pissed about this because this should
Yeah.
have been.
I really
Yeah,
have to
no,
agree with it.
and
Yeah.
that's why, there's, like I said, this back line, at the end of the day, I love all the guys, but there's no way when, it's win or go home, that those mistakes that have continuously happened all season won't come back to
Hmm.
bite us in the ass. So that's got to get fixed
I
immediately.
agree, but I think the mistakes are much more creativity and offense. One thing
No,
I
I
would
agree. We shouldn't even be in a position where we're only up one goal. But, if that is the reality, you need people who can carry out the mission, unfortunately. So, it sucks. We should have had 2 or 3 goals, but we didn't. We only had one goal, and there's no
yeah.
reason that we couldn't hold. We held them for 74 minutes. Why couldn't we held them for 15 more?
Yeah,
I mean,
and I
that's the
think that
reality of away games.
that has to be the full buy-in to that 90-minute mentality where they're gonna lock it down. And
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of that has just been lack of communication on the back line. And Nico, I have to agree with you so much. It's just the lament of Matt Freeze. What does this guy have to do to get a clean sheet
I
these days?
feel bad for him. Genuinely feel
Yeah,
bad for
yeah.
him.
He's doing everything within his power just to say, "Hey, man, I got this." But
And they just don't. They will
yeah,
just give chance after chance after chance after chance, and it's just like,
yeah, it gets
you
it
see
gets to the
more of
point where
those
it's frustrating.
lapses than I. And my problem with obviously the other teams are going to score against NYCFC. No one's saying that we're never going to concede, but the manner in which these teams concede is the problem. Like against Charlotte, what was it? Dumb shit. Against Orlando, what was it? Dumb shit. Against Sporting Kansas City, what was it? Dumb shit. Like every single time, like it's very rare where a team scores against NYCFC and you're like, what can you do? It's
Yeah,
usually like, wow, look at us shooting ourselves in the foot over and over and over again. And that's cool during the regular season. But when it comes postseason time and you're like, oh shit, like our season's gonna be over because we keep fucking up. Like, yeah, that's what happens. You never fix that. No one's saying be perfect, but if the ball's in the box, just get rid of it. Just I don't even care if you kick it out and give them a corner. Just get rid of the fucking ball.
So I would say this, yeah. Of course, I think this is also an issue because and this is a broader thing to mention, but we've talked about depth, we've talked about signings, which we're going to get to in a minute, but we're in a very awkward situation where people are leaving as they're coming in. So there kind of is no depth being added. It's kind of you're just replacing.
Yeah.
So what I would say is that's another bigger issue because Risa, who should have been there, gone, right? Mitia, who just came back into the team, after who knows what's going on because Johnson said we need the players with the right mindset, and he's not in the right mindset right now. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. There really hasn't been rumors, but one can assume what that means. But we until things come into the woodwork and says things are actually being agreed on or talked about, then whatever. But
As me and Felix spoke about earlier, I really hope he stays. Obviously
I
that's
think
my
he
guy.
will. But
But if I
after the
but like
season, I
I
don't know.
just feel like right now, if I were David Lee in his bag, listen, I know you want to go back home, be around your family, but your stock will only rise because you're a beast. Like we actually have a chance to make a run. I'm not saying we're gonna win the cup, but in the East, we could make a run for sure. If we get hot at the right time, I know we
Yeah.
can make the cup run. We've seen it before.
And again,
But
we're better with better opposition, the
no,
hires.
for sure, and he could be a
Right.
big part of that. So if you want to, if he has another moment in the playoffs like he did last year, a European team be like, this kid's built for the big moments.
hmm I definitely think so. I mean,
He could leave now and go to a European team and not be valued, or he could play out the rest of the season and start. I believe he should start because I just think he's that much of a beast
mhm.
and
No, I
prove his
agree. I
value
agree. But I
and
think it depends
and
how we
put
want to
on a
play.
better team. No, I agree, but I just think he's. This is just my obviously. I'm being selfish as an NYCFC fan. I want him to
Right.
stay, but
No,
if he
just
has to leave, then I understand. But that would be my business pitch. Be like, bro, I get it. Life here is hard. The president doesn't make it any easier.
Yeah, right.
And I get it. You want to be closer to your family, but if you could just thug it out for a couple months,
Right.
and your stock could rise like through the roof. So
Yeah,
that would just be
I
my
definitely have to agree with you, Nico, that the only way he's going to raise his stock is by getting himself on the 18 and when his numbers called, just balling out, right? Um, family can play
which he
a big,
does.
yeah, which he absolutely does. I mean, we've seen it week in and week out. I mean, this guy, his first touch is excellent. I mean, this guy's a baller. He's definitely built for something a bit, higher than MLS.
Oh yeah, for
And
sure.
I know definitely that there, it could be some personal issues that come into play as far as his adjustment to life in the US. And like you said, our current administration is not making anything easier. And I really feel that no matter where this kid's gonna play, he's gonna be an asset. He's just that type of player.
1000%.
Just to add on right now, guys, I feel like he's getting there. But if I were to sit with him one on one and be like, listen, if you stay, not because we want you to stay, but we genuinely think he's still a little raw, as good as he is, if he stays for the rest of the season at least, like you said, Nico, he can get so much better, or he can get the move that he deserves. I don't think he's there
Yeah.
just yet to get that move that he deserves, but he can definitely get there soon if he
Yeah,
keeps doing what he's doing.
I wouldn't want him just to rush back to Europe just to go like sit on the bench of a team
Yeah,
like
exactly. Because
that.
right now he probably will, to be honest. So
'Cause I'm
Oh,
telling
that's
you,
the whole
man,
thing. I
I
mean,
truly
that is a
believe
talent.
he has superstar written all over him. The kid's a beast. He's got the personality. He's got the swag. He's got the game. He's got everything. I agree with you. He's raw. That's why I don't think he should leave now. But for sure, at the end of the season, like he's given the team everything. He's had huge moments. That playoff moment that he gave us against Cincinnati, bro, that is one
That
of
is
the
the
top
iconic.
greatest NYCFC moments ever.
Yeah.
And I will forever appreciate him for that. He's always given 100%, and at the end of the day, that's all you can ask for. Not people who come here with shitty attitudes.
and also, what I would say is, of course, moving away from Ilinic, who we know of all this, as much as I love him as well, he's still very raw. Johnny Shore cannot be the first center mid out of the bench that we're depending on. And he was. As much as he does well, he's way too young. I like the midfield of Perea, O'Neal, and Maxi. But again, we've talked about signings or, the rumor mill, what's going on. As long as we're shredding people who are leaving, we're replacing them, which is fine. We still got to add on, which means we still need another striker. We still need another center midfielder, and it looks like we're getting another center back, which helps.
We just moved our problems. Like that's it. We just took our problems that were here and just moved them.
And again, it's not NYCFC's fault. It's not David Lee. It's just the animal that is transfer window of being abroad.
I mean, that's true, but if somehow, some way this Boonsif deal falls through and Micha stays and we stay compact, listen, we have that's a pretty deep, and then we get Keaton back and Malachi gets back in the mix.
That's one thing I want to say. What's up with Keaton Parks?
Nah,
Well,
man.
yeah, yeah.
Listen, as someone who I am gonna out myself right now, and because I talk a lot of shit, but I'm a call. I have at times been a Keaton Parks. I don't know if it's a hater, but I'm
A
just like
Yeah,
detractor, if
what
you
don't you
will.
hate, Nico?
I expect more from him at times, but then when he's gone, I'm like, oh my
You really miss his presence, and a lot of people
god,
don't want to talk about that
everything
either.
he
Like this
does,
is,
without a
a lot
doubt,
of people.
NYCFC does not lose to Sporting or tie Kansas City with
No, I really think that Keaton Parks, man, he changes the dynamic of that midfield by just being by his presence. I mean,
Parks.
he just he does the dirty work. He does the dirty work that a lot of midfielders don't want to do. He collects the ball, he's distributing box to box. I mean, a lot of midfielders don't want to do that work, but that's his specialty, and I think that
Big
that's the
Bird,
reason
we
why
need
we miss.
you.
Yo, Big
Well,
Bird, we need you back,
We
homie.
need
Get
you,
healthy,
Big
bro.
Bird. Come back, bro.
We need you
Please.
healthy, bro.
definitely. But my
Like,
whole thing is that's even depth that we have. Of course, you know how soccer is nowadays. It's much more wear and tear because there's a lot of games and traveling and things going on. But
I
he was.
think he has a
This is why
leg
we're so
injury.
happy. We're so happy that he was fit for the majority of last season, which was kind of surprising for us, knowing his track history. But again, we whatever depth we have, let's just hope that they're not injury prone. And I hope again, like you guys said, let's hope that Big Bird gets back as soon as he can and hopefully stays fit because we need depth. We need depth. But
Yo,
Definitely.
like
So,
literally.
fellas,
We
You
need
know
it.
that we definitely got another game coming up this Friday, which is which is kind of crazy. We got a game coming
Yo,
up against
how about them
FC
Cowboys? Oh, never
Dallas.
mind.
My accent sucked. My bad,
They're
y'all.
over here, FC Dallas over here. Didn't they used to be the Burn?
Yeah, the Dallas Burn, one of the
Dallas
original
Burn.
MLS
They
clubs.
might
But
actually play with that
their
jersey
kids
when
are
they play
pretty
us.
sick,
Yeah,
to
I
be
know they played with it
honestly.
like this past Saturday, this past
Yo,
weekend and whatnot. So
Sick.
fight
we may
me,
get an appearance with
MLS.
that Burn jersey.
Fight me,
So
MLS. Bring back the OG MLS names, man. Stop with the fucking FC this and FC. Fucking stop.
no, honestly, I'm gonna disagree with
Stop.
you on that. I like
Nah,
I don't
nah,
like
I
these
like the name.
nicknames, bro.
I like the
It's not an
name.
American. It's too much of an American thing.
I
That
mean, people will say that bro. Now everything's SC, Orlando SC, Club de Foot Montreal. Like, bro,
I
what are
guess
we
people
doing?
want to. I think that's more of like
The
they're trying to tap into
Sounders,
like those
the
global brands.
Timbers, the Crew, the Revolution, like that. I don't know. I just like it. Not
Uh,
all of them. I don't think all of them should have, but like some of them for sure they
I
should.
think like
so
the Columbus Crew was like the only one that I really liked. Like, everything else was, but I just like that. That was my favorite brand out of the
Like
original
the
club.
Montreal Impact, like that's fire. What the fuck is Club de Foot de Montreal?
I guess I don't know. I mean, some of it is good, some of it isn't. But gentlemen, going into this FC Dallas game, I mean, there's a couple insights that I was looking up. FC Dallas has actually scored 8 goals in their last 5 matches. So you figure, they're out to score. They're going to be playing at home, so I feel that they're going to be really aggressive. But however, they have also conceded the most penalties, and they've conceded 7 this season.
And their stadium's also being renovated while they're playing in it.
bro,
So,
that stadium has
Which
been
which
renovated
is
for like 10
crazy. I mean, what
years.
were they? Barcelona, Real
No,
yeah,
that
Madrid, what
literally
stadium
the
is
half
hell?
the stadium is shut down while the other
Yeah,
half is in
so
commission.
they originally shut it down for like the Hall of Fame, and then what are
yeah.
they renovating now? I have no idea. But moving from the Wizards to the Dallas Burn, what are your predictions for the scoreline this week?
Oh my God, I forgot Lucho Acosta plays for
Yeah,
FC
Lucho Acosta
Dallas.
playing for
Oh
the FC
my
Dallas now. It's gonna
God.
be the same thing. We're gonna
That
shut him
little
down again.
motherfucker. He's the only one we got to worry about.
I mean, here's the thing now. The FC Dallas's form has been garbage, man. I mean, out of their last
They're one of
five,
the worst
they've
teams in the
Exactly.
league.
lost three. They lost, they lost to San Diego. They lost to Minnesota. They lost to LAFC 2-zip. They tied the Quakes at home, and then they beat St. Louis. I mean,
They only have
that's been their
25
only win in
points
the
in the
last five.
season.
Meanwhile, we've only lost two out of our last five. So I mean, we are comparatively speaking, we are in better form. But it says football, papa. I mean, anything can happen. I want us to. I'm
If
gonna say
Nico
we're gonna win this
Hernandez
against
is
you.
playing, we get the W. If he's
I
not
don't think
playing, we get the
I don't think
W.
he's made the trip.
Why
Hope
not?
so.
You don't think
I
so?
hope so.
I mean,
I
I
mean,
would hope so.
I don't because what I've
After
seen, he
July
hasn't even trained yet.
24th, after July 24th, they're eligible as long as he doesn't have any problems with his
Yeah,
visa. I haven't
of
seen
course,
any
but
photos in training
I don't
though.
know if he's trained with the team yet. You have to train before you play, because he also said like, I want to know my role in the team. Where is he going to play?
Listen, your role, beat FC Dallas. Listen.
So, what's your prediction, Nico? Then
We're gonna win like 1-0 or lose 1-0
Mhm.
because NYCFC. This is an interesting stat. We have not had a back-to-back result of any kind the whole season. It's all every game
we're
is a
literally
different result.
we're
Yeah,
literally
If we win, we
Yeah.
lose or tie the next game. If we lose, we tie or win. If we tie, we win or literally. There's not been a consistent result. So either way, NYCFC is gonna win or we're gonna lose this match. There is no in between, folks. And
So
if I'm one, we should beat them like 2-0. Like, just bro, Matt Freeze deserves a clean sheet, bro.
who's scoring, bro? That's the thing. That's the biggest
Acosta,
question.
he shouldn't, but
No, I'm saying for us.
Alonso Martinez, and if Hannes Wolf isn't hurt, then he'll score too.
Yeah, we also got to see what's going on with him because we need him fit.
And if Perea fucking keeps it up, I mean, bro, like he should really get credit for the own goal because his header is the one that went on frame and the keeper saved it. And then off the ricochet, that's where the Schlegel fucking bumped it into stupid ass. What a big head over there. and then we got the goal. And listen, we need some luck, man. We always get screwed with luck, and a win would be huge because we are in 8th place right now, and if we win,
Game in hand. We have a game in hand over
Yep.
Orlando, which is above us.
so we would, but we need Orlando to lose lose their next game because they have 38 points. Regardless, we have to win. Red Bulls are right on our ass, and we could easily fall out of the playoffs because the East, for some reason,
It's so competitive. Oh
it's
my
Yeah,
god.
it's
slow.
crazy. I mean, you talk about
Slow.
we're 13 points off
Look,
of FC
this
Cincinnati,
stretch,
but everything else is
what's
wide
going
open.
on? So we play FC Dallas, and then, as everyone knows, the group stage of League's Cup. I actually think the way the league did it this year, even though I don't really think fuck League's Cup. I don't really mind it, to be honest.
It's still a
They
cash
did the
grab
group stage
irrelevant, but
much better, yeah. But I mean, what isn't at this point, right?
Mhm.
MLS.
I mean,
Equal
if they
Trophy Cup.
expand the World Cup to like fucking God knows how many teams, like it's a cash grab too. But I mean, who cares?
Yeah.
More footy for us.
Not for the players, bro. We're gonna have more injuries, kid.
I don't know. Listen, I wish I could control these things. So the group stages are all done in a week, so that's smart. So you'll get all this garbage, and there's no league games in the middle. So we play Puebla at Sports Illustrated Stadium.
Okay.
And then we play Leon against James, which is like a knife to the heart that game is being played in New Jersey. I mean, fuck Red Bull Arena. I will not be attending either of those games. But shout out to everyone who does.
Go ahead. No judgment. If you're gonna go, support the team.
If you're gonna go, and make sure you don't fight any Mexican fans. And as hard as I know it is.
It's gonna be Puebla versus Puebla, basically, for the Puebla.
And not only that, the Leon game is did you know that people who purchase tickets to that game, it's a double header, so you can't buy a single match. That is
what is it, Montreal and
Montreal,
Toluca?
like what?
Yeah.
Like, you both go play and get whatever. So Toluca, yeah, Montreal's gonna have no fans at that game. Those poor bastards. Then we have Toluca at Yankee Stadium, which I am extremely excited about that.
Yeah.
That'll be our first home game.
Yeah. And then we play City Field. Oh man, we got three home games back to back. Oh my God, talk to me nice.
But I mean, that's what we get for waiting this long for home games, man.
So yeah, let's pray no rain delays or cancellations. Everything goes smooth.
Yeah,
I'm excited, man.
I need a home game in my life.
Not only that, I'm excited. I actually hope we lay the smackdown on a couple of these Liga MX teams. Real talk.
I'm excited to see that.
I hope we make a run. It's always exciting to watch NYCFC, play in a tournament of any kind, the way to be able to win trophies. So
just briefly, guys, Puebla, as you know, of course, it's 3 games, so it's going to be, a regular group stage kind of aspect. Puebla is by far the weaker out of the 3.
Yeah.
They haven't been doing well for the last 2-3 seasons in Mexico. Leon is in and out what is like their playoff spot, at least for like the last year. And then, of course, Toluca, who just came in the last year from winning, I think Apertura in Mexico. So that game at Yankee Stadium is going to be really fun because Rex playing some good opposition. They're known for having Alexis Vega, who's a key part of Mexico. So yeah, they've been competing for the last 2 years, top spots in Mexico. That's going to be a good test for us.
Listen, anytime we get to play international competition, I'm hyped.
Yeah,
I'm hyped. In any capacity, NYCFC playing an international team, I don't care what it is, I'm fucking hyped.
Yeah, it's always exciting to see how you stack up against those clubs because, I mean, we saw, we've seen in the past few years how we stacked up against, UNAM, Pumas de UNAM.
Our sons, Tigres,
our sons Tigres, you know what I mean? Our sons Atlas, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, there are some.
Oh yeah, no, literally.
We've seen how we stack up, and I think that we have I'm not saying we're gonna make a run in this tournament. I mean, whether we do or we don't, hey, that's gonna be great. But I'm always gonna be excited to watch my club play.
Bro.
But
Is on site
I
with
really
Poop
want to
as
see how we're
well.
gonna do here, man. I really am excited to see how we're gonna do against Toluca. I mean, that's gonna be a
And
pretty
I
crazy
hope
match.
we convert some of those fans of Liga MX if they go and they aren't fans of New York City FC. Hopefully they leave those games at least with a t-shirt or a hat.
And I think it's only possible, or it's not only possible, it's mostly possible if we play good and we win. Because that's the best way to showcase to all these guys. Listen, you're watching New York City FC, which is probably your most local team.
Mm-hmm.
We actually play for something. And
No, for
tying
sure.
into that, what I was gonna say is for that Dallas game, going into the League Cup games with the ins and outs of people coming in, people going
Right.
out. We just need to stay consistent.
We
Hopefully,
do.
I guess now we can talk about much more about transfers. But of course, we know Pervert Risa had just gone back to Molda, the team he
Yep.
came from, again for reasons of him wanting him and his family to be back at home and be familiar to what
Yeah.
his culture is.
New York isn't for
Man, all
everybody,
the
brother.
best to Burke Reeser, man. I mean, definitely, we love
Yeah,
having you here, and
Shout out to Burke Risa. You
yeah,
know, it sucks. I wish his stay could have been more pleasurable, but
yeah.
unfortunately, in a city like this, it's not for everybody, and that's cool.
yeah,
And I
definitely.
think that kind of played into the way he was clutch at some points, but he maybe wasn't exactly what we expected.
Mhm.
And of course,
He
being
always left me wanting more, but at the same time, I was okay with the performances
of
he put
course.
out.
He was, and not to
But
mention, he was a heck of a guy. I mean, I got a chance to hang out with him a couple times,
oh,
and
No,
he was
he's a
cool,
great
man.
guy.
We,
He's
me,
I
me and
mean,
Cesar
down-to-earth,
spoke to
cool
him a
guy.
couple times. He was pretty cool. But one thing I wanted to mention, fellas, because I know we're not going to be here forever, is at Yankee Stadium and City Field, we only have 6 matches left. So everyone who's out to those matches, make sure you cheer, chant your fucking asses off. This is literally the home stretch of the season.
yep.
And most of our home games or our away games are pretty far away. We play Cincinnati, which, I mean, good luck if we even get a point out of that. We should
Um,
celebrate like we won the championship. Chicago, I might make that trip. Then we play away Red Bull, Philly, and we could play Seattle at Citi Field, the Yankee Stadium, but I'm sure both New York baseball teams will be in the playoffs at that
Mhm.
point.
So
So,
most likely,
wait, if I'm
Sports
not
Illustrated
mistaken,
Stadium.
hold on. Let me make sure I'm not talking out of my ass here. Because they also one of them could be in the wild card, and
yeah, but
how it
I
goes.
mean, so just going back to the
October
whole
1st.
transfer stuff.
October 1st. So from October 18th, we just need one of the teams to be knocked out.
Yeah,
And that would be great to have decision day actually in the boroughs and not because that's supposed to be fan appreciation day. And
yeah.
it feels like it hasn't been in a long time. So
But
listen,
yeah,
guys,
so
it's so sad that we're already fucking halfway through the season, bro. Fuck.
Nico, let me just finish up the transfer stuff. So Raul Gustavo is supposed to take over Berkrisa, which is the center back that had mentioned, that played under Pascal Janssen in his former club in Hungary, which is a great addition. I think he might be much more suited to us than maybe Berkrisa was, as we talked about. Munsa Bakrar is in talks with Dinamo Zagreb, one of the biggest teams in Croatia. So when we're talking about the strikers and people scoring, this is exactly where we need the right backup for Alonso Martinez or someone that can match him or whatever you can make. Exactly. This is where David Lee, this is where Pascal Janssen have to be at their very best to find out, who's next. And what else? Just double check. But yeah, that's so far. That's what we have right now. Of course, we already alluded. We need striker, midfield options available, and maybe defensive. But the more, the merrier, and that's going to help us go through Leagues Cup and, like we
We
said, the
need
final
help.
stretch of the season.
Yeah, I
Help.
think I'm most excited about seeing Nico Fernandez. I mean, this
Oh,
guy,
we need him ASAP.
this
He'll
is
probably
this is
play for Leagues Cup though.
no, hopefully so, man. But I think this is a
I
signing that
hope
we
he plays
need.
against
I'm really
Dallas.
excited to see because everything that I've seen about this guy is that he just goes forward, has a beautiful touch, is a smart player on the ball. It's just all the things that you want in a 10. And I think that this is a smart signing. And let's give David Lee his flowers for a second. Smart signing. And I think it was one that was needed to be made. And I will give him his credit when it's due. So, David Lee, for once he won't catch my ire, but at the end of the day, it's all about what's going to be on the field, the production of these gentlemen when they get to this club, and seeing how they adjust themselves to our city, how they adjust ourselves to our lineup, our roster, and just us, how they adjust to us supporting them. So
Yep.
definitely, gentlemen, it's a very exciting time of the season. I think that now we're really touching on a lot of players and a lot of things that, that a lot of players that should be coming here. And I really feel that right now is the perfect time to strike and to, finally say we're serious about the MLS Cup. Let's get this going.
Let's get it, man. This is the home stretch, so it's now or never, boys. We got to sink or swim. We really got to fight for that playoff spot.
I think we're the fight in for the playoff spot's going to be in the stands. We lead from the stands, and then the club's performance on the field is going to be, is partly dictated by what we give out in the stands. So I encourage everybody to, if you're coming out to these games, I mean, give 100% of yourself in those stands, and I guarantee you the club will give
Yeah,
100% of themselves on the pitch.
Yep, pretty much. And what I always like is that at least we have a lot of home games towards the end of the season. Usually it's in September and then October, but this season we're lucky enough for it to start in August. So August, September, and October, like Nico said, a lot of the away games are being dealt with this month. So this is where we have to go to both stadiums. Even if you go to that place in New Jersey, give it your all because you have to.
yep.
But yeah, every game you have to be there 100%.
And if I could just close out with one thing, as the season is, we can see the finish line. That means everyone's got to step up, whether it's the coaches, the supporters, the players, because this is it. This is the home stretch. I know we're gonna make the playoffs, but we should definitely try to fight for a high seed because we have the quality, we have everything. And if you want to come to a game, come to a game. Or if you want to bring somebody, bring somebody. Just spread the love, the NYCFC love, because that's what we're all here for at the end of the day. It's not about me or Felix or Cesar or Third Rail or whoever. Los Templados is literally just
Shouts to them,
NYCFC.
shouts to them either way.
Shout out to everybody.
Of course, shout out to
But
everybody. But
it is just about the team and nothing else.
Definitely. And I think that, right now, it's that perfect time of summer. Everybody's here. I mean,
Yeah.
I know everyone makes their plans during the summer, but also, consider coming out to the ball coming out to the ballpark and just taking this all in because I feel especially yesterday, and I think this is something Caesar and I were talking about yesterday, how there's people even when we were walking around Flushing Meadows, a couple people walking around in NYC kids is like people know and
oh yeah,
they look forward to our match days and to see how we're doing because this is a team that's associating themselves with the city. So I feel like if us as supporters, if we bring people, try to bring whoever. I know I got to bring my uncle to a couple games. Like it's something where we should bring our friends out, bring our family out, let them share what we share, let them share the same love we got for this club. And if someone has introduced the game of soccer to you in your life, pay it forward and bring them. I know that's what I do with my uncle. Every time I bring my uncle Papa to the match, I mean, that's me paying it forward because he took me to the World Cup in '94. So to me, it's important that he's there as well. Like he supports Emelec, I support Barcelona. That's a big mess, but at least we get to do this together. And I think that that's a big important part of it, like bringing your family and just doing it together.
yeah. And just to add on to that, Felix, I mean, it was like you mentioned, basically, it was very heartwarming when I went to Club World Cup games. It was very heartwarming when I'm just in and around, just walking on the street, you have something NYCFC related, and people just come up to me or talk to me, and they're like, "Oh, when is the next game? Oh, I'm excited for the stadium.
Hmm.
Oh, is there a game today?" And that's what we just got to build off of.
Yeah.
We got to put that priority on building this culture over. Again, we appreciate all supporters, clubs, and people's initiatives. However, it's getting this team to be bigger, number one, so then we can grow the community together as individuals for this team, because that's
Yep.
the most important part. So there's a framework. We got to keep adding on. As much as we want the players to hustle and be consistent, we got to do the same in the stands.
And I think we're going to get a lot more opportunities for that coming, you know, in the next couple of years. I mean, we got the World Cup next year. Etihad Park opens up in 2027. So I think there's going to be
I can't
more than enough
wait.
opportunities in the next couple of years to really build excitement around that and to just, you know, get all these people out. I'm expecting, honestly, the day Etihad Park opens, I expect a full house.
Oh,
Um,
it's gonna be.
it's going to be blue, you know, blue all over the place, and it's going to be
I
one of
can't
those
wait to
moments where
see.
you're going to
Like,
be like, yeah, I really cannot wait. So,
can't wait to see
I
it.
think the time is now. You know, we have to, you know, get the word out. You know,
I
people in
was literally
New
gonna do
York,
that.
get the word out. That's it.
You
Nico's
guys,
basically my intrusive thoughts.
literally.
He's full of
So
them.
you yeah, you guys heard it here from us. I know we're rambling at some points, but if you even stayed to listen this long, you need to go seek mental help. Psych, we appreciate you for sticking through
Go
and listening
smoke a blunt or
to us.
something if you listen this long.
Make sure you listen to this at work, wherever you're at. This is your boys at the New York City Nobodies. Nico, Cesar, Felix. We out. We'll catch y'all
Thank you
later.
so much,
Peace.
guys, for all the
Yourself a great one.
appreciation,
Take
for
care,
all the love.
everybody. Let's go
Take care,
NYC.
kid.